Hey everyone, Ben here, and for those of you that know me well, you'll know that the very idea of building or assembling my own sim racing equipment usually fills me with dread. But the good people at Simagic have shared with me a 330mm round leather wheel rim, their new GT NEO X hub, and a dual shifter paddle kit to give me the chance to try out the experience. As ever, everything in this video reflects my own views. I'm not on commission, and Simagic have had no say or input into my content, or even if I make the content at all. So you can trust that when I ask the question, is this kit foolproof enough even for someone like me, I'm going to give you the straight answer. Let's cut to the chase then and talk about the assembly experience itself. Each piece of kit here arrived in great packaging and with clear instructions to follow. The first step is to assemble the shifters. You can customize them with metal, injection molded and carbon fiber shifter paddles, which all come with the kit, and a spacer that can be incorporated so you can tailor the position of the paddles too. Either way, it's literally a case of using 4 screws per shifter. Once screwed into place, you then need to connect the paddles to the hub. Simply unscrew a panel, connect to the electronics, being careful not to damage any pins, and screw the shifters into place. Then the third and final step is to attach the wheel rim to the hub, which is easily done with the screws and Allen key provided, including a front plate to finish the look of the wheel off. All in all, I'd say this process took me around 30 to 45 minutes, taking things pretty slowly, and with the caveat that I began this video with, I am really not a DIY guy. The only slight issue I had was getting the wheel rim attached to the hub itself. Getting the screws flush to the surfaces so that everything was held together nice and tight did take a couple of goes, but otherwise this was plain sailing. So I survived the DIY project, but what about the quality of the finished product? Well, the leather rim feels very nice. You'll have seen in the video so far that the stitching and finger indentations for the wheel are well positioned for comfort in use and minimising the risk of excessive wear. The scale of the rim makes driving touring cars and historic vehicles feel way more natural than a smaller or formula style wheel could ever achieve. The shifters feel similarly high quality, there's a satisfying resistance and click to them, and I've been able to achieve a layout of the paddles that suits the size of my hands and my driving preferences. And the hub itself comes with all of the buttons, dials and encoders that you would expect if you've had any experience with the Simagic GT NEO wheel. You can customise the RGBs with Simagic's own software, and with a Maglink cable it can be used with SimHub and third-party bases too. It's a relatively entry-level piece of kit, but one that feels more premium than it has any right to given the price. And speaking of price, how much does this package cost if you're in the UK? Well, at the time of publishing, the rim is available for £105, the hub is available for £199, and the shifter set is available for £52.50, with all prices inclusive of taxes. That brings the whole package to a total of £356.50. Of course, other wheel rims are available, including from third-party brands, and you don't need to go for the dual clutch paddle set either, so you can ultimately spend less if you want to. And perhaps the biggest appeal here, alongside the shifter customization, is being able to swap out different rims to the same hub, depending on the racing experience you're looking to achieve. A pretty cheap way of rotating the kind of sim racing wheel you're using from session to session. Whether any of this is for you or not depends on what you're looking for and the kind of kit you already own. But I can certainly see for someone starting out in the Simagic ecosystem that this would represent a great option. And speaking of that ecosystem, I recently reviewed the new Simagic Alpha Evo wheelbase. You can check that out here.